back up here to West Wilts. Hope you've been managing to play some golf, especially over the festive period and in between all this bad weather. Luckily enough, up here at West Wilts, we drain really well, so the course is looking great and pretty dry, which is, I think, unusual. So yeah, if you get a chance, come up and play. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about something that we don't talk about as much as we possibly should, and that is the grip. It's the only contact obviously we've got with the golf club, so it's a vital component. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about grip pressure. Gripping the club too tight restricts movement in our golf swing right the way through our bodies. So it's very important to make sure that we get a nice, even, steady pressure, not gripping that club too tightly. There's many analogies that are used to try and understand how tight to grip that golf club. One of them would be, imagine you're holding a small bird. You don't want to obviously grip it too tight because you're going to crush the poor thing. But also you've got to make sure it doesn't fly away. So it's a very sort of light pressure, and that's the similar feeling that you're trying to achieve when you're gripping the golf club. Also, what can happen if you grip the club too tight, it can force the body upwards, it can foreshorten the muscles in your forearms, and as a consequence can lift the club. Hence, you'll hit the top of the ball or you'll hit the centre of the ball and thin it. Obviously, the ball's going to fly out really low. So gripping the club at a good, even pressure, obviously not too tight, is going to give us a better result. And also more club head speed. Because a lot of people grip their teeth and grip the club too tight. That's not going to give you speed and power. So I'd say that's an important part. Hand position obviously is going to be vital to the position of the club head, and it has the biggest effect over the club face position and angle. So if your hands are too far round the grip, i.e. too far round to the right on the grip, then you're likely to close the club face, i.e. that club face is going to aim off to the left-hand side, and obviously you're going to hook it. Vice versa, if your hands are too far around to the left, it's going to mean that the club face is going to open, which means your shot is going to finish off to the right this time. And it's going to add loft as well, so the ball isn't going to go as far. And also if you close the club face, like we just said, you're going to de-loft the club as well, so it's likely to go that little bit further, certainly not get up in the air as much. So things to bear in mind. And the other thing is that there is no one way to grip a golf club. I know that sounds strange. Yes, there's preferred ways and there's a better way for you. But for example, if you've broken your wrist when you were, say, younger or not that long ago, and it hasn't been set correctly, the angle of your wrist is obviously going to be different to someone else's. So we have to adapt that position to get the best out of, obviously, the club and its position as you swing through. And the reason we grip the club in a certain way is because when we hang our arms by our side, our palms and the position of our hands hang in a certain position. We call that a neutral position. We want to try and mirror that when we put our hands on the club in order to help bring the club and obviously our hands back to the same position as they return out in front of us as we strike the ball. So that's why we grip the club in a particular way, and it's very important to remember that. Also, when we change the position and alter the position of our grip, i.e. one way or the other, it can have an effect on our shoulders as well. So basically, if I turn my hands to the right on the club, it can turn my shoulders as well. So you can see my shoulders now are aiming off to the right hand side, and vice versa. Turn my hands round to the left on the club, and that changes the angle of my shoulders again, and my shoulders are going to aim off to the left. And that also, to a certain degree, not hugely, but it can change your weight distribution also. So the grip can alter a lot of elements within your setup, and as a consequence, it's going to alter a lot with regard to the direction of shot. So a subtle improvement in your grip can make a massive difference right across the board. So we're looking at obviously club face with regard to the position of the hand, and also at the same time, what we're looking at is swing direction as well, because obviously it's going to influence our shoulders. That influences the direction of the club. Also, if it influences our shoulders in a way where we angle them up and down, i.e. that's our weight moving from one side to the other, that's going to change the angle that we bring the club into the ball at, whether it's going to be steeper or whether it's going to be shallower. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 2 shots. One with my hands well round to the right on the grip, and you'll see what's going to happen. See that ball curve wickedly off to the left-hand side there. And vice versa, we're going to do the opposite. We'll put it around to the left-hand side this time. See what happens. And you can see this time it's gone obviously in the opposite direction. So those golf shots are miles apart. So you can see the influence, and I didn't turn them that much. So very important to get that grip in the right position. So if I get a more neutral position now, forgive me, it's very early in the morning, so hopefully the swing's going to be okay. But neutral position for me. Okay, not too bad. A little bit straighter, a little bit more under control. So very important, the grip element to the shot is absolutely vital, and don't overlook it, particularly grip pressure, like I said earlier. Anyway, I hope that helps, and like I always say, it's very important because we're all individuals at the end of the day, and we've all got different body types and shapes, and stresses and strains that we've put on our bodies over the years. So it's important to go and have a golf lesson, something that's specific to you, whether that's with myself or obviously someone more local to you. But hope you're all well. Enjoy 2022 in terms of your golf, and I hope it all goes well. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.